We found our land. This could be it. Look at it.
And we're going to have a pool and a backyard. Let's go. So we've been here in Punta Cana here for a couple of days now, actually a week or so. And, you know, we always wanted to purchase a home and everything right here, right? Ree, what do you have to say?
We found our land. This could be it. Look at it.
Right here. All this corner right here. All this right here. Very excited. Ree, what you think?
I love it. It's such a good spot. And if you take a look, like, it's nice because we have, yes, a corner lot, which is cool, but we also have the benefit of knowing that we're probably not going to ever have anything built across the street here. So we'll always have this beautiful view of the trees and the plants. And then once they finish building this rock wall, we'll have the privacy here. But the sidewalk right from our potential house leads directly to the nature trail, and further out, the golf course and then the school. So like we're so close to everything. Like it's just such a good location.
And we're going to have a pool and a backyard. Let's go. Yo, I'm excited. Yo, it's a dream come true.
Yeah. And it'll be about the size of these houses you see here, which is somewhere around 2,000 square feet, 200 square meters of house, 300 square meters of land. So we have 100 square meters of yard, which is way more than we have now.
Let's give a shout to the developer.
Shout out to the developer. Like, they have hooked us up. Joel, you are the man. We owe you everything. And yeah, we're going to try to make this happen.
Yeah, and also a shout out to Ambika and Gustavo.
Our realtors.
Our realtors. Yeah, shout out to them for helping us out too, man. This is a dream come true.
I can't believe this might be really it. This might be it. This might be where we live, y'all. Pray for us. Send us a home buyer in LA.
Oh my God. This is the big move right here.
This could be it.
Let's do it.
Does it feel like real?
It feels like a dream still. It feels like a dream.
Look at it.
I'm excited.
Look at all the butterflies that your future has. Wish us luck. Hello out there, and welcome to the Danny
and Riana show. This is Danny Pena, Riana's husband.
And this is Riana Manuel Pena, Danny's wife. Today's episode is a celebration.
Yeah! Cheers! Cheers!
Cheers!
Yes,
we're
cheersing
our tea and our coffee because today we are so excited to announce that we have officially sent in and confirmed receipt of our paperwork for our new plot of land in Dominican Republic.
Woo! A dream country and a long process. We're going to talk about it too, but let me tell you, it feels really good to finally talk about it. And I know you guys will see the video right at the intro of this episode, and we're very excited to talk more about the behind the scenes, how everything went down. And I think we should definitely talk about our adventures, because we've been there multiple times in DR, looked at a lot of houses, a lot of locations, and we felt good about the location we're going to be at too.
Absolutely. Honestly, real quick, shout out to Gotham and May and Diana and Dan and Rayshawn for inspiring us to really go for this. We went to the Dominican Republic in Las Terrenas in February of last year with our friends, and we had lots of talks about our future plans and our dreams, and Danny and I were talking about wanting to really make a move and live there, and everybody said you should go for it. So here we are, several trips and a few dollars later, we are locked in, Danny. We are locked into a plot of land in the Caribbean, and we're very, very excited to talk about how we got here. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So story time. We have been talking about wanting to own property and start business in Punta Cana, but more so the Dominican Republic for several years, almost since we got together. And some of the things we wanted to do were start some kind of training program or school related to game and development. We've talked about wanting to maybe start content business there, maybe even some side hustles. There's been lots of discussion about how we can bring some economic power to the place that we really, really love. And moving there had been a little bit further down the line until it wasn't. And we went on this trip last year and started exploring real estate and specifically where we wanted to go, it was pretty obvious from the beginning it was Punta Cana. And more specifically, we started looking at different YouTubers and content creators, and shout out to y'all for covering the area so well that you helped us really narrow down to some potential neighborhoods or gated communities that we'd want to be in. And Vistacana is the one, right, Danny?
Yeah.
Like, what is it about Vistacana that stands out to you?
Um, a couple of things. It's new. It's very new compared to Punta Cana Village. Punta Cana Village, by the way, beautiful location. Lots of houses, but I think that's the oldest area of Punta Cana, and a lot of houses over there is very very expensive, very high end. Like I
Very
highly,
beautiful.
very beautiful, highly recommend it, and more importantly, community, which we're gonna be talking about that a little bit more later. Love Punta Cana Village. Another area that's near Punta Cana Village is another one called Cap Cana, another high end area right around there. Or we have family that lives around that area. Beautiful. I feel like it just felt too far away from where we want to be at, right? Because we're like close to a lot of places like downtown Punta Cana, close to like a lot of restaurants and a lot of movie theaters and a bunch of other places, right? And Vista Cana, I felt like was just right. I just love the setup. Love that there's two man-made beach. If we don't want to go to the actual beach, we could be there. There's an actual school there. There's like a lot of things that stand out compared to the other locations, right? And plus, it's new. Like there's still a lot of construction around the area because it's still up and coming. And I think 5 to 10 years from now, that area is gonna be pumping. Like there's gonna be so much activity, so many things happening there. Look, we were there in December, which is a lot of people coming into town because of the holidays, a lot of family members and everything. And just the vibe was different. And we also went to events there. We went to a Christmas event and it felt good. It felt like, oh, we've been living here for a while now. Like everybody was getting together. It was like, was it Dr. Seuss, the
Yeah, the
Grinch?
Grinch.
They
It
had
was
like
the
the,
Grinch in his Santa suit.
yeah, it was in Spanish, but there was a lot of, you could tell there was a lot of kids local, but also there was a lot of expats bringing their kids there, a lot of family, people from out of town. It was very, very beautiful. Love the setup. And yeah, I think should I show a video of Vista Cana? I really want to show it very quickly here.
Yeah. And
So
while you do, I can talk a little bit more about some of the things that really stand out to me about Vista Cana. And we've talked about this in other videos, but
yeah.
there are specific things that Danny and I are looking for, and that is a community that's really based on knowing each other, right? And
Mhm.
where we live right now in Los Angeles, that's not a focus. And it's something we're missing, right? Danny and I both grew up in many different cities, and more so like as young adults. And right now, we're looking for a place where we can really establish roots, have neighbors that we have relationships with. Those are things that are important to us, especially as we're raising a family.
Mhm.
And we love that Vista kind of has a really beautiful blend of course, this luxury, filled with luxury lifestyle, filled with amenities. There's this man-made beach that looks really, really fun. It is really, really fun. I didn't know how much I liked a man-made beach until I went to one. Like I wanted to go there every single day, and so did Violet. But I literally just wanted to go to float. Like you can float, and it almost feels like one of those sensory deprivation chambers that you pay
Mhm.
like $50 an hour to go to up here in the States. And you're just floating, and the sun is like beaming down, and you can hear kids playing in the background, and it's just amazing. And there's no waves. I didn't know how much I liked that until I've tried it. But they
Mhm.
have several pools there. There's the gym, there's the community center, there's a few restaurants, there's more restaurants coming. A huge sports complex is being built, a second man-made lake and beach area is coming. And they have the school, Ashton School, which is accredited. So has all of the educational markers that we are looking for. It also has a lot of really great extracurricular programs. There's science programs, there's dance programs. They have WCC in one of the communities in Vista Cana. They have a horse riding training program. So like there's so many things to do that can really enrich our kids' life. And we're excited that we can take part in that as residents, and as owners, we get a discount for tuition. So these are all so many things that have come together to form a beautiful, thriving community. There's a mall coming we were seeing it being built, and the progress is going so quickly. Like we see new parts of that structure go up almost every week now. There's a new grocery store. We visited it a couple times. It has a lot of imports, but it has everything you need if you got to make a quick run, and you don't mind paying a little bit of an inflation for skipping the local prices. But within Vistacana, there's so many smaller communities that we explored and used our most recent trip down there, like the 2 weeks that we did in December, to really hone in on where we want to go, where we want to buy, where we want to live. And to do that, we enlisted the help of our amazing realtors, Ambika and Gustavo, who showed us everything and more. And when we get to this part, it's really funny because it almost feels like fate. But we initially didn't even know that the builders that we're going with existed before we got there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was interesting hearing about this. 'Cause look, we went to a couple places, a couple of houses that we got to check out throughout the year.
And we'll go
We'll
to
talk.
these.
Yeah,
In
we'll
detail
talk
in a
about that.
second.
But just fast forward. But we went to a couple of places, right? And we were staying at an Airbnb in Vistacana, just like see how it is, like the area, just to feel the vibe, right? We were there for like a couple of weeks, and we started talking with Ambika and Gustavo, and they brought up, hey, this a house I think will be perfect for you, because we also talked about like content creation, the layout of the house, something that similar to what we have here in LA. And
Yeah,
Gustavo,
we need to have two offices. We need to have
yeah,
two recording studios,
yeah,
like
yeah,
really
yeah.
specific stuff that most people buying down there don't
Mhm.
require, right?
Yeah, and Gustavo was like, "Wait, I know of a spot that is going to be available. Oh, actually, no, it's available." And I'm like, "Really? Oh, let's check it out." So we went to the land. I'm like, "Yo, that's like not even a block away from where we were staying. That's so random, right?" So we went there. We checked it out. We're like, "Oh, we like this area. This is perfect. We could walk." And then he introduced us to the developer. We sat down with him for a while. He was showing us all the projects they worked on, which I'm going to show you in a couple minutes. But, we felt good about it. And talking to him, he's like, wait a minute. Because we told him we want to have a corner a lot for
Well,
us.
not necessarily we demanded a corner
Well, no, we
lot.
not demanded, but yeah,
What
we
we were
brought it
looking
up.
at first, we thought was a corner lot, and we were saying how much we love that because
Mm-hmm.
again, the noise control, like being able to record without having to do as much intense soundproofing. We
Yeah.
obviously, if you have a corner lot, you get a nicer view, like all the things we really enjoyed about it.
Yeah.
And when it became clear the timeline for that lot didn't align with what we were able to do, we all sat in a room on Saturday for, I would say, like an hour and a half,
No, it was 2 hours. We were there
just
for two
trying to
hours.
figure it out. And
Yeah.
shout out to Joelle and all of the people there at Hoseda Group, because they went above and beyond making it work. And
Mm-hmm.
we were able to find something. And I'm not gonna get too ahead of ourselves, but
Yeah.
it felt like a group project. It felt like a
Mm-hmm.
bunch of people who want to become a collaborative group and really find a way to fit what each other was looking for. And I'm so
Mm-hmm.
glad that Gustavo had the idea to introduce us, because
Yeah.
now look what's happening. History is being made
Yeah.
for us.
And I'll say this very quickly. He showed us a render. We're gonna in the future we'll show you guys how the house are gonna look like, but that's future. They show it to us, right? And I'm like, there's no way. There's no way I gotta see something, right? So they took us to this house. I'm gonna show you very quickly here.
This
This
is a
house
different house that they built in
that they
Punta
built
Cana Village.
in Punta Cana Village, not Vistacana, Punta Cana Village.
All right, so the more established, more expensive neighborhood
Yeah,
that we
yeah.
initially wanted to look at, but
Mhm.
it's definitely out of our price range. It's more like
Yeah.
LA prices over there.
Yeah. So I'm gonna show right here. So we go to this house.
If you're listening to the audio podcast, we're showing
yeah, we're
the
showing the house.
Instagram
Mhm.
for this group.
Yeah. So they show us a house, and I'm like, I have to see it. So they took us there. And shout out to the family. They welcomed us because they wanted us to see their house and so on. My God, I fell in love with the house. I was like, this is beautiful. Like the design, the right in the corner, the things that they have in there, like just everything. I fell in love with it. Like I felt the vibe was just incredible. Checking it out and seeing it, because that's one of the things. Joel was like, "Hey, come to the corner. Let's see the house." just look at it, man. And I'm like, oh my God. He's like, look, this is daytime. Imagine at nighttime when the lights of the outside part of the house is light up. And I'm like, wow, this is incredible. And it's exactly what they showed us from the renders. Now, this is a lot bigger, of course, compared to what we're gonna have. Ours is a bit smaller, but the potential, I see it because they
Hmm.
designed multiple, and also they're working on a condo. I believe it's called Gem in Cap Cana too, which I'm gonna quickly I'll show that. Though right now they only have renders, but they told us like we could also check it out, the things that they're working on too. So it's good. We felt good. We talked to Joel. He also felt really good talking to us. And he's like, you know what? Let's do it. And you're right, Ree. It felt like a group project. We also met
Yeah.
other team members too. We went out to eat. We talked. And it
Shout out to
felt
Kathleen and Hansel.
yeah, shout out to them. And yeah, we felt really, really good. And I'm happy that we decided to stay with them because look, we went to multiple. I'm talking about multiple
Yeah, let's go
houses. And
through it. Let's go
yeah,
through it really quickly because we promised you guys a more of a story. We're jumping to the end here, but
yeah, yeah.
if we go step by step while backing up a bit, while we were visiting Vistacana with our realtors, some of the places we saw you might have heard of before. If you've done any research on Punta Cana or Vistacana, or if you follow any other YouTubers or creators like we do who are showing you all of the really cool things in this new building project, there's a few that you can probably recognize. So which one's first, Danny,
Let's
of
go
the
with
honorable mentions
Pueblito.
here?
Let's go with Pueblito because that was a
So
pretty
yeah, I'll
cool.
talk about it. So the first
Yeah.
one, Pueblito Caribeño, sorry, is a really, really beautiful project. The goal of this was to embody some of the old world architecture and the bright colors and the town square type of feel of other countries. So if you're
Uh-huh.
thinking of like San Juan or places in the capital, they're bringing that style to Vista Cana in this Pueblito
Uh-huh.
Caribeño project. And we looked at some of the homes. We had actually been researching it before and thinking that this might have been a winner for us. But once we visited, we realized we just need more space. And these are
Yeah.
2 bedrooms. So
Hmm.
not enough room for our growing family. But what we really
Beautiful location, by the way.
beautiful location. What I really like about it is that it really does feel like its own little town. There's a church that they're building there. They have a beautiful like fountain in the little town square center area. They're bringing like coffee shops and artisan shops and things like that. And it's a very connected space, which again is one of the things that we're looking for, is that connection. And the actual properties themselves are gorgeous. All of it's new, obviously, but
Hmm.
it does feel very authentic and lived in and very warm, which
Hmm.
I really appreciated. So that's the first one. That wasn't quite a fit for us, but is absolutely gorgeous. And I still think my mom might be a good fit for
Yeah, I mean,
Pueblito.
and we have to mention these locations we're going to mention. These are double gated communities. This is very, very
Yes,
important too because there's some that is not gated and some. I mean, it's still gated from Visa Cana, but it's not double gated. So it's
right.
different. But this one is
So
definitely double.
yeah, so Pueblito Caribeño and I guess if you can show Bliss Trails next, the next one we're going to talk about Bliss Trails. They're both in
Sure.
an area called Paseo de Sendero, which has its own security inside of Vista Cana, which has its security. So it's very safe, very family friendly, and really designed for people to feel a little bit more relaxed and have like kind of a more chill vibe as they're
Mhm.
going about their livelihoods. But here, this is Bliss Trails, I'm guessing.
Yeah, this is Bliss Trails. Yep.
Yeah, if you could show maybe some of the exteriors, because what's cool about Bliss Trails is it feels very much like a suburb-ass suburb. Like
Yeah,
this
yeah.
could be dropped in the middle of anywhere in a suburb in the Midwest, and you would feel right at home. Except the weather is very different. Like these homes
Hmm.
are really really comfortable. They have, of course, all of the amenities of Vista Cana, but then they also have the benefit of a playground, a really nice playground
Really
right
nice.
there.
Yeah, yeah.
It's also very close to the school, and it's close to Pueblito. So this is another one where we were thinking, and our realtors are thinking, if we bought a maybe slightly larger home, like a single family, 3 bedroom, 4 bedroom in Bliss Trails, then my mom could be in Pueblito, and we're right next door, just a short walk away from the other
Hmm.
neighborhood. But we ended up, I think the price got a little bit high for us in Bliss Trails for what we wanted. There's so many available and so many different vibes and styles and layouts, which is really cool. So they got a little bit closer to the customization we need, but it just wasn't quite what we were hoping for. So it
Hmm.
ended up not working out, but still another really great option over there at Bliss Trails.
Yeah, it was
And
very
then the last one,
beautiful. It was very, very beautiful. But you're right, Reed. Like I felt like for the things that we're doing, it just wasn't for us, you know.
yeah,
But it's
it was
great. I
close.
highly recommend it for people to check it out, though. Highly recommend
Yeah,
it.
it was
Hmm.
close. And then the last one we looked at was Panorama Lake. So Panorama Lake is probably a very popular one for folks who are visiting or renting or Airbnb. It has a lot of apartments and then a couple of single family homes, and they're building
Hmm.
another unit nearby, Panorama Luxury, which are more of high end condos. So
Hmm.
Panorama Lake, I think, is probably, I would say its biggest asset is it has its own set of amenities that are really high end. It feels
Hmm.
like almost like a resort in Las Vegas or something. They have their own clubhouse. They have a really beautiful pool. They are, obviously it's called Panorama Lake because it's situated around a really nice man-made lake, and it definitely feels a lot more high end. I would say for us, the homes around Panorama were smaller. They had 4 bedrooms, but they didn't have as much square footage or square meters as we were hoping for. Because
Hmm.
again, we're working from home. We'll be in the house a lot. Even though we're in such a beautiful paradise like setting, we are in the house a lot just because of what we do for work. So we need a little more room, elbow room. We got to spread out a little bit more. And
Yeah. And
the, the
this is
the
how it
rooms
looks.
were,
The entrance right here, like it's like this.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Panorama is also another really, really beautiful spot. And because you own in Panorama, you get this additional set of amenities, which is really cool. And it does feel a little more luxury, a little more like you're on vacation. But for, again, what we need with our family, it wasn't quite the right fit. And after
Hmm.
we had seen all of these, I believe we're sitting at the restaurant in the Vistacana community area,
Yeah.
and Gustavo was looking through our listing for this house in LA and seeing how much style we have and how our rooms are so customized. And Ambika was like, "Yeah, I feel like none of those really fit what you're saying you want." And like, I mean, again, I can't give them enough credit. Our realtors really heard us and listened and understood what we are trying to do. And
Yep.
the light
Yep.
bulb went off with Gustavo. He's like, "Wait, I know this group." And as Danny mentioned earlier, he was right. He was
Yep.
right that they are the people for us to do what we're trying to do, which is, create something really special, create a forever home that, could only really be done with them.
Hmm. Actually, I'm going to show one of the projects they're working on in Cap Cana, which I was very impressed with their style.
Yeah,
I'll put
lots
it
of
up over
design
here.
style, which I love. That's really
Yeah,
fun for me. I can't wait
yeah,
till we get to have more episodes about us designing everything.
yeah. This is pretty cool. Like, just I mean, we're not getting this type of house like a
No,
place
so
for
so
us,
to
but
be
this is
clear,
more condo.
Danny's
This is
showing the Gem, which
the
is
gem.
a luxury condominium unit in Cap Cana, right?
Yeah, Cap Cana. Yep, yep.
Cap Cana. And these units are the highest of high end. And
Yeah.
it's really great to see this from Grupo Josera, because you can tell, because the house we walked into in Punta Cana Village, which honestly looks even better in person than it does on their Instagram, um, is so homey and comfortable and impressive, yet feels cozy.
Hmm.
And they can do that level of execution, but also this mega structure as well, with the highest of high end materials and execution. So I'm really excited for what we're gonna do together. Like, I'm
Yeah.
just I don't know if I can contain myself.
I'm
Like,
very, 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 very excited. And yeah, once again, shout out to Joelle and the team over there. Yeah, they did a pretty good job with the house that they built. Because they also, but they do condos, but this is one of their homes that is already ready, people living there. One of the projects they worked on in Punta Cana Beach, which I know we previously showed this before, but this is really good. Really, really good.
yeah, so we will have more to share, of course.
Yeah.
We want to bring you along on this journey with us and like help us go through renders and figure out layouts and choose materials. Like, we like working on teams, and we sit in our rooms by ourselves all day. So this is really
Mhm.
fun for me and Danny to share this with you all and go through the process of building a house from scratch in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. Like,
Yeah.
this is what we'll be doing on the channel as the things start moving along. So
Hmm.
step one, secure the land. We got it done, and
Yep.
we couldn't be happier. We're so grateful to the Vistacana community and everybody. Thank you so much for joining us along on this adventure.
Yeah, and thanks to everybody for sending us the congrats messages. We're overwhelmed. I've been overwhelmed with so many messages. People have been sending us texts, social media, everything. And
I've
I
got
know
emails.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I know there's people that also are planning to have construction in a home in not only Punta Cana, but also DR in general. And then there was a couple people like, hey, just make sure that everything is on time and this and this and that. And,
Of course.
of course, we know that. And I also want to bring up that we're very picky on who we're going to work with, right? We're picky when it comes to like getting the right realtors, the right developer, also lawyers, which is very, very important too. We'll talk about that in the future, but we're very
Yeah.
careful and very selective on like, oh, this is right or this is not right. So if there's something that we feel like doesn't feel good to us, then we won't select it. But we felt really, really good with this decision that I think this project is gonna go hopefully smoothly, but I think it's gonna be good, really, really good.
It
But
is, and
yeah,
we'll have maybe coming up soon. We'll have another episode on the process, like the
oof,
the,
the
the roll up your
process.
sleeves part, because of course you don't just walk into a home and say sign and then shake
Yeah,
someone's hand.
yeah.
There's a lot more to it.
It's
You
very
know,
different, and it's important for people that have homeowners here. It's very different the process buying home here
yes,
and in DR. Very, very different. We definitely should talk about it because I think
yeah,
people are curious, really, like how can they also buy a house, out of the country, like Dominican Republic. It's a lot of
for
different
sure.
laws and everything over there. So
Yeah, we'll break that down in a future episode. But for now, thank you to our audio listeners. Be sure to check out the YouTube and please like, subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before we move, and
almost there, almost there.
every little bit helps. So go ahead and click that button and share it with a friend. If there's anybody who wants to live vicariously through us buying something internationally, have them join the party. This is gonna be so much fun, and I don't know why I keep thinking of it, but it's my new favorite group project. So let's
Definitely,
get into it. Let's dig in.
yeah. I can't wait. So thanks to everyone once again. Subscribe, share the content, watch our content because we also need ours. Watch ours.
We also need watch hours.
So we're almost there. We're almost there, halfway there when it comes to watch hours, and also we want to get this to 1,000 subscribers. So please keep it up. I believe we're like over 700, something like that.
Yeah,
So
we hit 700. Thank you
so
all
thank you
so
so
much.
much. But we need more. We need more. We need to get to 1,000. All right. All right. Until next time, everyone. We have more content coming up about our process and other conversations in the future about moving out of the country. So stay tuned. Until next time, we're out. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.